Hello, boys and girls. I hope you've had a wonderful day out of school today. And before you started your homework today, I wanted to go over some of the sounds that we'll be going over this week. Since we aren't in class, this will help you to be able to sound these words out smoother. We have the wall card in our room, as you see on my screen, that the 5 wall card is our long I wall card. And you can see the different sounds, the spellings that make this sound. The first spelling that we have talked about, you've seen in words, is just the I. Sometimes the I just says the long I. We have talked briefly about the Y says I sometimes at the end of words, and we saw some of those even last week in our reading. I blank E is the one we started with. Our magic E tells the I to say its name. Then we have the letter team, the vowel and consonant team, IGH says I. So when you see IGH in a word, like the word night and the word fight, and we have seen some of those words already in our reading. And then we have IE, the vowel team, IE together says I. So we will see all of these different spellings this week. And I wanted you to see those spellings before we go into sounding out our words. Now, I want to go to our spelling words because our spelling words are going to have these sounds. So as I point to them, I want you to say these with me. Buy, find, kind, night, right. This kind of right is like your right hand, or you turn the right to the right. It's a direction. Pie, no, boat, listen, and caught. So I hope that you will write these words down, practice these already today, so you will be ready to take the practice spelling test this week and hopefully make 100. Now, these are the words that I would like for us to sound out. You will see some of these words are some words that are spelling words this week. As we sound them out, I will point out the spelling that was on the wall card. Now, I do want you to know that when you and I finish sounding these words out and reading these words together, it would be great if whoever is with you and listening and working with you on your homework, if maybe you go back over some of these words and practice these. These will be words that you will see throughout the week in your stories and on different pages that we will do. Okay, so if you have a phone, tablet, whatever you have, if you can put your finger on the word and sound it out with me. Right, right. Ah, ha. Fly, fly. Notice in ha, the I says ah. We have the Y in the word fly. We have the IGH. Find, find. You have the I that says the long I. I, sky. And the Y says the I. I, ha. And the IGH together, that vowel consonant team, all three of those say I. Now let's read back over those so we can read them smooth. Right, high, fly, find, sky, and high. Now let's move to the next line. B, I, ba, the Y saying the I in this word. Then we have our word I. Always know that I by itself, when it's a word, is always capital. T, I, ta. In this word, the I-E together says I, and that's a vowel team. Cr, I, cry. You guessed it, the Y says the I. S, I, sigh. Do you know what says the I in this word? Great. IGH says I. You're catching on. Not, not. And I bet you already said the IGH says the I in that word. Now let's see if we can read it smooth, because we want to read smooth and quickly to be fluent readers. Ba, I, ta, cry, sigh, and not. Very good. Now we're going to go to the third line, and on this line, we're going to see some short vowel words, and then we're going to see some long vowel words, because it's very important for us now to be able to tell the difference when we read. All right, let's read our first word. It, lit. At, lot. Do you notice in this word the IGH says I? Now this word is a word that we've read before. Kid, kid. And this word, kind, kind. Our next word, I, ta. We've already seen that word. Now we're going to change the I to an O, like we've worked on last week. O, toe. Now read those back for me, with me. Lit, light, kid, kind, tie, toe. Now the last group of words will be a combination of different long vowel words that we've already gone over. Let's read those together. Snow, snow. Oast, toast. Each, teach. Green, green. Paint, paint. Stay, stay. Now let's go back and read those. Snow, toast, teach, green, paint, stay. Now, you can pause me on this recording, and you might want to read over those again so that you could get to read them faster and more fluently, so you'll be able to read them when you come to class tomorrow. Now, you might even want to pick some words and give a sentence to the person that's working with you. Okay, great. I hope you had time, and I hope you paused so that you could read the words. We're going to go to my next screen. My next screen, it will be the sight words for this week. Now, these are the words that you are going to want to write down and add to that stack of sight words that you're already working on, so that when you get to second grade, you're going to know all the first grade sight words, because you'll learn many more in second grade. Let's look at our first word. It is caught. A bug is caught in the web. Spell the word caught with me. C-A-U-G-H-T. Caught. Now let's go to the next word. Flew. The wasp flew over to the flower. And here we see the wasp flew over to the flower. Now let's spell the word flew. F-L-E-W. Flew. Okay, now we will look at our next word. The next word is know. This word means that you use your mind like we know our spelling words. The sentence says, I know how to catch a bug. Now spell the word K-N-O-W. The next word is laugh. We see this already in some of our reading, and now you'll be able to read it. The bug, that bug story made us laugh. And if you have ever seen the movie Bug's Life, then it would make you laugh. I think about that when it said the bug story. All right, our next word is whir. Okay. Fireflies were out last night. Spell the word were. W-E-R-E. And I have been writing this on lots of your papers, lots of your work. This word is beautiful. Now you will be able to read this word. The butterfly has beautiful wings. Spell the word beautiful. B-E-A-U-T-I-F-U-L. Our last word is fancy. We are wearing fancy hats. Spell the word fancy. F-A-N-C-Y. I think about one of my favorite characters, and my daughters loved Fancy Nancy. She always had real fancy hats, and she used fancy words like we use in our classroom. So you may want to pause this, write these words down, and put them on a card so that you can practice them and know them this week. When you see them in your stories, when you see them on your test, then you will know these words. Now, boys and girls, we will be finished, but I hope that you will remember. We will look back at our long I wall card real quick, at the 5 wall card that says I. And let's go over the sounds one more time. We have I, Y, I blank E, IGH, and IE. Now you will finish with this recording, and you will go and read your homework and record. And now you should be able to sound those long I words out and read them very smooth. I look forward to hearing you, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow. See you later. Bye-bye.